Hello and welcome to a new deck feature. We have here Peter Groß from Austria.
Hi.
And he's here in the place of Long Dao, and he will explain why.
Long Dao played today Dark World. We played basically the same build. He did much better than me because I made too many mistakes. I had very little sleep.
So what was his final record?
His final record was X2-1, and he lost in top 32 because of Gemini Imps. No one plays Gemini Imps today, but yeah. And yeah, most of the deck was my idea, so I will show you.
So that's the reason why you presented.
Yeah.
Okay.
3 Dark World Grapha, 3 Dark World Broww, 3 Snoww.
Okay, so only 9 monsters?
He played as a mistake as 31 card, Beiige.
41? Oh
41.
No, he's bad in math.
3 Gateway to the World.
Okay, so is it better if I ask the question about cards
after,
later?
so
Okay. So first the main deck.
3 Gateway.
Gateway to the Dark World.
Reborn, card destruction, 3 Drag Down into the Grave, 3 Gates of Dark World, 3 Dark World Healing, 3 Upstart, 3 Dark Bribe, 3 Steel Drain, 3 Reckless Greed, 1 Torrential Tribute, 1 Solemn Judgment, and 3 Hope for an Escape.
Okay,
And
now
this is
first.
41 cards in the main deck.
Yeah, but
didn't
now
play
first
the base.
explain card choices. Why only 9 or 10 Dark World monsters? That's only a few that's under a fourth of the deck.
Because it's enough. You can reborn them and bring them back to your hand with Grapha. You could play cards like Tour Guide, but I don't like them because I want the Veilers dead, because they are not dead because they can discard it with Dark World Dealing, but I don't want them to interrupt my play. And also with 3 skill drains, and we tried when we with sideboard we bought tour guides, and then we had the problems, and the tour guide grabbed out the Broww, and then we had a Broww less in our deck, and which was also a monster that that we would have needed.
Okay.
What I would change about his deck is cut the Beiige and cut 1 Gateway for 1 Scar of Dark World, because they are very good cards against Chaos Dragon, because they don't they have less outs to Grapha with 3000 and Skill Drain, and with Dark Bribe and so on. And if they have the Dark Hole or the BLS, then you can still bring it back with this card. But when you open them with no other Dark World monster, yeah, it's not good. So I would add Scar. It is a level 2
Yeah,
monster.
I know, a level 1 or 2 monster. When it's destroyed in battle, you search for a level 4 or lower. Yeah, for Snow. So,
and also because this deck has the field spell, you don't have many fiends to go to the graveyard if you don't open Drag Down or Dark World Dealing, and this would also help the flow.
Yeah, that's why you normally play Tour Guide.
Sure.
Okay, so one question: why didn't you play Foolish Burial? You play 4 Reborn cards, and if you open with the Foolish, you have the Grapha already on the board and don't have to search or Ghost Raid. So Foolish would have been a nice choice in my opinion.
Yeah, I played the deck also at my very almost the same deck at the Nationals, and that time I played Foolish Burial.
Yeah.
But I kicked it because there wasn't any space for it.
Really?
Because I had to add Hope for an Escape because this card is so broken.
Explain how you play with this card and how it works.
The best if you go like Upstart in your first turn and you set this and Skill Drain, and your opponent goes for Rabbit and attacks for 3,400, and then you draw you draw so many cards. I asked Long to record how many
the most cards he had drawn through
during the whole
escapes.
tournament, and he said he drew about 50 cards just because of open escapes. This card is so broken, and if you...
Okay, so the deck consists of a draw engine with the Reckless Greeds, escapes, upstarts, and dealings and drag downs.
Yes.
I think you don't activate gates from the Dark World effect too much, the draw effect, right?
The field spell.
Yeah.
Yes. We want to cut them 2/2, but the problem is you need them for the Dragon Mirror, for the Dragon matchup, because you need your Grapha to be 3000. And that's why we didn't cut it.
So the plan is summoning a Grapha with Skill Rain and Bribe.
Yes, against Dragon. Against Insector and Wind Up, you just need Skill Drain or Royal Tribute.
And didn't you get OTK'd if you only play one Torrential Tribute as a defensive card? It's like it's open, like if you play against Heretic. Just an example. They go all in and you lose.
Yeah, that happened to me. Heretic was one of the few decks I didn't test against, but it usually happens not too often because you have Dark Bribe to negate future fusion, and the first time you get the Graph into the graveyard with Gateway or anything else, it is back right now. They have to go through the Graphas first.
Okay, now let's continue with the side deck. I think the extra deck is not so important in that kind of deck.
The important extra deck cards are this one, if anyone doesn't know
he's the level 8 for overlay for 2 monsters, and then you can have a nice effect.
Detach, tribute as many monsters from your hand or the field as you like, and destroy the same amount
that's
of
fine.
cards you open.
With the 3 Graphas.
Yes. And Stardust Dragon is important to put it on top of your extra deck to make your opponent think.
Make them afraid of Starlight Road. Like putting a Gorse token on the top of your deck that they think you play Gorse.
I had one match, I started with 5 set. My opponent activated Pot of Duality for Mystical Space Typhoon, Heavy Storm and Tragedia. He took the Mystical Space Typhoon. And just in another matchup, I had 2 Graphas on the field. My opponent activated Mind Control and then Darkhold because he was afraid of it.
Okay, continue to the side.
So, side deck, 2 emergency provisions.
What? Michelle Grün is here.
This deck is, although it is very fast, it is also very slow because you take damage, you give your opponent life points, and it takes a lot of time to kill. You made so many pluses, and you are in such an advance, but it takes too long to kill them.
Okay, so
just in case.
So just in case, and sometimes if you win the first game and you see that you won't finish the second game in time, you set into emergency provisions. Okay.
Heavy Storm.
Okay.
Not in the main deck because we need the Skill Drain and the Dark Bribe. And the question is, maybe you should play them for an out to Macrocosmos in the main deck.
Yeah, but then I would prefer Mystical Space Typhoon.
Yes, this at first, and the second reason is that it is not very likely to play against Macrocosmos in the main deck, and if they have to start with it, otherwise I could drag down or a Dark Bribe or Soul Limit. And in the case they start with them and they play it in the main deck, I would have to need it to draw it in my first 5 cards, or 6 cards.
I think I would have played Storm in the main, but okay.
2 Imperial Iron Wall.
Yeah, the broken card against Rabbit. No cards can be removed from the field, which means no Rabbit, no Bottomless Trapper, no Dimensional Prison, no Fissure, no Macrocosmos, nothing. No Kaiku, so all the side hate dies. Yeah.
And also against Chaos Dragon, they can't summon any monsters, so this card is very broken.
What?
2 Gozen Match for wind-up matchup, second Torrential Tribute, one Shadow-Imprisoning Mirror. For
explain the Insecto matchup.
Yeah, the Insecto matchup is very hard if you don't have the skill drain. Like it is against wind-up, but against wind-up you have the Gozen matches, and against Insecto you need the Shadow-Imprisoning Mirror.
Because you just summon an attack and not go for your combos.
Yes, this Insecto is the only matchup where you board out the Hope for an Escape and Upstart Goblins instead of the Reckless Greed, because it is a beat-down matchup and whoever does the most damage at first wins. And against everything else you need more the pluses and you don't care about life points that much, so you let them in and board out the Reckless Greeds.
Okay, so then we have Book of Moon, which is self-explained, or?
Yeah, it is.
It's a versatile card against anything.
Yeah, because some decks play Decree in the board. Epidemic Virus, you can board it against dragons. And
dragons on spells, yeah.
It is also very good
against Final Countdown, I guess. Or against Hero or any anti-decks. And the last card?
Special card is Full House.
Okay, explain how you activate Full House and what it does.
Full House says target 2 face-up spell trap cards and 3 set spell trap cards and destroy them. You can chain it, so you can like activate Reckless Greed or drag down into the grave and target the open one and 3 spell traps, so it's like a second Heavy Storm. And against Rabbit, they have a lot of face-up cards, like some play Safe Zone, some play Level Limit Array of B, Macrocosmos, Shadow-Imprisoning Mirror or Dimensional Fissure, and the set cards also, they have so many Dimensional Prison, and you can also target the...
Yeah, so your plan is you store, and then one turn Full House and destroy all their stuff.
Yeah, for example.
If you have Full House. Okay.
So, I hope you liked it.
Yeah, any last greetings or stuff you want to say on the internet, on YouTube?
Have a nice day.
Have a nice day, okay, bye.